we're getting so close to the bottom. I'm going to rewrite meters to inches. I'm going to rewrite what they give me, 14 meters. I'm going to multiply that by a conversion factor where I put meters in my denominator and inches in my numerator because that's what I'm converting to. So meters and meters will cross reduce. And I'm looking for anything where I can have 1 meter equals so many inches. So I'm going to look and see if I can find 1 meter in inches. I do. So 1 meter is 39 and 37/100 inches. So I can multiply straight across 14 times 39 and 37/100. And when I do that, I get 551 and 18/100 inches is my label left. 551 and 18/100 inches. What's nice about this conversion factor is there's nothing that says 1 inch equals something meter, so there's not a second answer. This is the only answer that I'm looking for on a test or quiz. We don't need to round because there is no 100 or there is no 10,000ths place or past, so we're good. At this point, I would challenge you to pause and try the next one and then come back and see if you got it right. So on this next one, I'm going to write what they give me, 15 and 6/10 meters. Multiply that by a conversion factor where meters is in my denominator so that these cross reduce. Inches is in my numerator because that's what I'm trying to convert to. And I'm looking at my conversion factor of 1 meter equals 39 and 37/100 inches. From here, I have fractions where I can multiply numerators and multiply denominators. 5.6 times 39.37 gives me 220 and 472 thousandths. Meters cross reduce, and I'm left with just inches. This is all over 1, but that doesn't change the value, so 220 and 472 thousandths inches is my answer here. At the very end here, I have 15 inches equals blank meters. So here I'm going to write down what they give me, 15 inches times inches in my denominator, meters in my numerator. Now, the only conversion factor that I can find, I can't find 1 inch equals meters. I can only find 1 inch equals centimeters. So I'm going to have to use 1 meter in where I have meters and inches, and I'm going to have to reuse this as 1 meter here and 39 and 37/100 inches. And when I do that and come straight across, 15 times 1 is 15, and 1 times 39 and 37/100 is 39 and 37/100. The fraction bar tells me to divide, so I have 15 divided by 39.37, 0.38100. So to the 10,000th, we're just still at that 0, so 3.81. And then inches cross reduce, and I get meters. So 0.381 is my answer here. At this point, I would challenge you to pause this and try the next one on your own, and then check back. So I'm going to write what they gave me, 10 and 3/10 inches. I'm going to multiply that by a conversion factor where inches is in my denominator and meters in my numerator. I'm thinking about how many inches are in a meter, and we know that to be 39 and 37/100. There is no conversion factor where 1 inch equals so many meters, so I don't have one to do. I'm going to have to multiply straight across. 10.3 times 1 is 10.3. 1 times 39 and 37/100 is 39 and 37/100. My fraction bar tells me to divide. So 10.3 divided by 39.37 gives me 0.2616. 6 is tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000. 6 is in my thousands place. The 2 tells my 6 to say the same. So 0.2616. My label left is meters. So 0.2616. Notice that I start and grade these. That is because the only option here is to divide. So in most cases, I try to multiply in this column, and I strongly encourage you to only multiply in this column. But on this one, you'll notice you have to divide. There's no other option because of the way that the conversion factor is given to us and what they give us in inches. We can't multiply, we can only divide. So that is our notes for today. Remember that you're taking what they give you and multiplying it by a conversion factor that's always equal to 1 because the two quantities in the numerator and denominator match. You're setting up the the labels to cross-reduce on top and bottom and to be left with what you want. And you only need one answer. So even though I have 2 answers on all of these, I only put that for your convenience so that if you're checking answers, you didn't get lost or confused or frustrated with my answers. As long as your answers are one of those 2, then you're right and you're good to go. You don't need to show both ways when you're doing this. And that is converting from the US to metric and metric to US.